Good afternoon. Come on now. Good afternoon. Y'all out there? It's been a long day, hasn't it? But it's a good day. I was just sitting here, and the one word that I can think of after experiencing this is I feel overwhelmed. Overwhelmed with joy. I got to tell you, I feel so energized by what I've seen today. This is truly what we live for every day in Girl Scouting. It is a blessing to see the bright minds of today's young leaders. But also, I just want to spend a second to recognize those who are supporting these amazing young leaders. With the parents and caregivers who are here today supporting not only the Gold Award recipients, but our current Girl Scouts, would you please stand? Thank you. I just wanted to personally say thank you. Right now, we have about 30,000 girls who are on a wait list to be Girl Scouts. I wish I could duplicate all the people who just stood up, because then we could serve them and many more. You know, this program is not just for certain girls. This program also is not for just certain regions of this country. This is a program that every girl should have an opportunity to be part of, because once she becomes part of this program, it not only changes her life, it changes the history of this country. So what I want to talk to you about today are three things. One, the connection of this amazing award to our history. Two, the role of leadership today. And three, the future of our program and the future of Girl Scouts. First of all, I want to thank Joy Wheeler for the great honor of being here today. Joy, thank you for your invitation. Thank you for getting me out of New York City. I could only pick just a handful of Gold Award ceremonies this year. You know, it is our 100th anniversary of the Gold Award, and so many invitations came in. But our team and myself, we picked 3 around the country. This was one of the 3, and I can see now why I came to Kansas City. I can see it by the members of the board. Thank you so much for your dedication. I had an opportunity to spend some time yesterday with other board members. They are committed. And what I love is that we've got men at the table. Hallelujah. Because it takes all kinds. Now, I'm at an advantage because, one, I have an amazing father who's dedicated his entire life to ensure that I had the investment needed. And I've got a cute husband who believes in me and stands by me to ensure that I'm able to serve this country in this way. But I love seeing the men stand up in your community all across Kansas and Missouri who understand the power of girls and are man enough to stand up with them. So thank you. I also want to thank the council staff, the volunteers, the Gold Award advisors, and I'm going to give a little plug for Ms. Cheryl Kennedy. I'm loving your shoes. You know, I noticed that she came up several times. There were several advisors that came up several times with different girls. Thank you for not only taking one girl under your wing, but several others, because they need guidance. They need to understand that adults are there to support them in the good times and the bad times. I also want to thank Beth Winters and her family, to take tragedy and turn it into greatness and goodness takes people of character. Thank you for investing in 20 years of these girls. I know they're going to go on to be not only a legacy of your beautiful daughter, and to understand that in her death, greatness has come. So thank you, Mrs. Winters. So, we've all been part of this organization, whether we've been part of it for a year or for 20 years or for the 30-year individuals who I've met today. We're here because we feel part of this legacy. I do realize every once in a while, I turn a corner in a room or I enter a city and I sit down with archivists of our history and they pull out books about people who came before us. And I feel this heaviness on my shoulders about this legacy. And at times I will admit that I feel humbled by it. I feel like, how can I, as a daughter of immigrants, as a daughter of somebody who didn't have a lot to give, how could I possibly represent this organization? But then I read more about our history and realize that that's why this organization was founded. It was founded by a woman who felt that people needed to understand the power of girls. That when people were thinking about and wondering whether or not women should have the right to vote, she said, not only should women have the right to vote, girls deserve the power to own their voice. They founded this movement on the basis that all girls, even if they lived in orphanages in Georgia, should wear our uniform, and that our uniform would mask any differences, whether it was race, whether it was religion, whether it was economic strata. This organization welcomed everyone. And even in the course of the history of this country, when government and laws were putting barriers between communities and people were told which doors to enter into what buildings, Girl Scouts welcomed all girls long before any federal law told us to. And when Martin Luther King talked about the history of this country and what they would write about this country, he said that what they would write about the Girl Scout movement is that we, the Girl Scouts, were the ones that started the civil rights movement to understand that girls should be part of that path in history. We made history. We are history. So what does that legacy mean today for all of us who take on the mantle and proudly wear this membership pin? Whether we sit here in Kansas or Missouri, or the girls who I met in Wiesbaden in Germany that their parents are serving abroad for this great country, what does it mean for all of us? It means that this pin unites us in a common cause. That we believe girls should have access to education. That in the 4th grade, they should raise their hand and not feel uncomfortable when people say that they're being too bossy. Or that when girls, unfortunately, when systems fail, when adults fail them, we stand up and say, not on our watch. You are worth that investment. And how does it tie to today's role in leadership? Well, all you have to do is turn on the TV. Look at the picture of leadership currently on the news. Now, I will tell you, every once in a while, I'll pass by the TV and kind of turn it off. Because I do not see leadership as getting in front of a microphone and trying to scream the loudest, or to tell other people how bad other people are. I see leadership as standing up and saying, I will take on the challenge to make the world better. I will be the one lifting people up. Yes, with my help, but also with my prayer to say, we are better than that. We are America. That's why I'm proud to be here today, because in the room could be the next senator of Kansas or Missouri. In the room today could be the next president of the United States. But most importantly, they will be leaders at every stage of their life. They will take on roles just as the 59 million alumni in this country have. 59 million. When I went to meet the President of the United States in the Oval Office 3 years ago, I told him about our alumni. I said, Mr. President, our alumni have gone on to do great things. They're volunteering more in their community. They're making a difference. They're voting. They're making more money per year because they're bringing more resources back to their families. That's why we do this. But I got to tell you, looking into the future, we got to bring our swagger back. Come on now. I don't want the older girls to be walking around and saying, well, I'm part of Girl Scouts, but I kind of hide it at times. No, I want them to walk down the high school halls going, yeah, I'm a Girl Scout. What about that? Right? Thank you for standing. Thank you. you. Absolutely. I've met too many alumni. I pinned a woman with her 65-year pin in Girl Scouting. I had to drive a while in Texas to find her, but I did. And I sat down, she pulled out her scrapbook, and let me tell you, even after all these years, she's pretty cool. And she says, well, Miss Chavez, I need you to do something for me. I said, I'll try to do whatever I can. She's like, listen, I got a few years on this earth, and you got to do me a favor. I said, yes, ma'am, what can I do? She's like, you got to bring the coolness factor back, because we had it then, we need it now. And so how do we do that? We make everybody see our brand and represent what that brand means. Yeah, we love our cookies. Come on now. Right? It is the largest program for girls in the world, but we're more than cookies. We're changing lives. We're saving lives. We're making a difference. And we're behind the scenes because leadership is not about putting our ego out there. It's about using our power to make other people better. And we've got to show that every day in what we do, but this is how we show it. I want people from Main Street to Wall Street to Capitol Hill, when they see somebody stand up for the right thing, when they see somebody volunteer service hours, when they see somebody write a big check to donate to our organization, they understand why. Because we believe in service. We believe in this country. We are bringing the values back to this country about what it means to be a human being and to be a leader who cares about other people and to be kind at it as well. And I want everybody to say, boy, I'd like to lead like a Girl Scout. And that's how we bring this back. And we stop hiding in plain sight. And it's happening. I can't go anywhere in the world without somebody coming up to me and saying, you know what? I know what you guys are doing. I see it. Oh, by the way, I saw the Oscars. So let me end with saying, because I'm between you and a party, so let me be quick about this. Let me talk to the young ladies here today who are now Gold Award recipients. Look at all the people in this room. I will tell you, I was sitting up here, I was sitting 2 inches higher. This is what our gold recipients deserve. Not a ceremony hidden away in some basement. This is what every Gold Award recipient in this country should receive. An expo hall at a convention center with 1,000 people. Because everybody needs to know the hours you've dedicated, the energy it took to create and execute and strategize your project, that you are ambitious women endeavoring to do great things, that you're philanthropists, that you're elevating this brand to a level that nobody will ever forget, that you are creating vibrancy about the future, not only of our organization, but this great country, and that you are making the billboard sign say, girls matter, take them off the discount rack. So today, extraordinary leaders before me, thank you for the honor of working for you. Thank you for being my bosses. Thank you for inspiring me to leave Kansas, Missouri, standing straighter, more energized, and bringing the swagger back to Girl Scouts. Congratulations.